What's up, everybody? Matt Gunnipson here, coming to you with another exciting video. I've got Liz Pivito. I got it right. She's one of our digital rock stars inside of our community. And just so you know, to be a rock star inside our community, you have to generate at least $10,000 in 30 days, which Liz just joined like, what, a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, a little over, it was 3 weeks on Tuesday,
Three
and
weeks
today it's
ago.
Thursday.
And she's already reached the 10,000 mark. What was your sales like in the last 30 days?
I hit 10,200 on yesterday.
Whoa, cool, cool, cool. This is pretty cool. So it's great having you because a lot of folks might be watching from home. They say, "Ah, this is a scam. This isn't real." But this is real, isn't it? Like, what was your profit on that?
Well, I did invest in the top package, and so by
Right.
the time I paid that 900 package
Yeah.
and my website, bought my domain,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I was all in under 950. So,
Yeah. I
you
like how
know,
you're honest about that. Like, yeah, I did invest in the digital program, and that's part of my profits. I love it. So,
right, right.
so Liz, congratulations, first off.
Thank you. Thank you.
So take us back. I mean, you have some experience, what we talked about prior to this. Take us back. How did you do that?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I'm very honored, and I love that you're doing this, interviewing people, because that's one of the reasons I actually joined this platform, is because I saw real stories from real people who were not intimidating, who had, just looked like normal people. And I thought to myself, if they can do it, why not me?
Mhm.
So, and I'm proud of you. You said Pvito. That's a hard name to say. I've been married to Mr. Pvito for 28 years, and people never know how to say my name. So, a little bit background about me is that I'm a 51-year-old mom, grandma. Been a registered nurse since 1995. Do the math. That's a long time. I actually retired my nursing license last year, but what happened, my background is a little bit different. About 10 years ago, I found myself completely burned out in the medical field. Um, just was tired of all of the how it had just become a business and a machine. And so I began looking for some way to make money from home 10 years ago, and I found network marketing. Loved it, found a product that I absolutely adored. It made me feel great. I have Lyme disease, and it really helped alleviate a lot of my symptoms. And I spent the next 5 years like pouring into that business, my blood, sweat, and tears into that business. And I made a considerable amount of money. It was a health wellness product. And so it was very easy for me as a registered nurse to do all the classes and teach all the courses and get up in front of big crowds and talk about how, all the medical aspects of why it was working great for me. But what I found myself about 5 years ago is I found myself with a large team of people who couldn't duplicate what I was doing. And it broke my heart. I am extremely empathetic. I love people. I'm an introvert, but I love, helping people. And they were doing all the things I was doing. They were having all the classes and sending all the samples, and they weren't making any money, and they were having to pay their auto ships, and it was actually costing them money every month. And I went to social media because that's how I'd built my business, was on social media. I went to social media and I expressed my disgust with the way that network marketing was exploiting people. And I was really sad about it. And because of that post, my company decided to terminate me overnight. So I went from making a considerable amount of income. I had already quit my job as a nurse at that time, and my income just completely went away. So anyway, I have dabbled looking to replace that income over the last 5 years because I want to be able to work from home. I actually went back to work as a hospice nurse for a little while, but I didn't last. So anyway, I've dabbled in network marketing over the last 5 years because I know that it is a great way to earn income, but my heart just wasn't in it. And I failed and failed and failed again. And about 2 years ago, my husband said, no more. He said, you're going to have to choose between our marriage and network marketing. And I was like, wow, because he saw how depressed I had become over it. So anyway, I've been looking and searching and praying and waiting for the right opportunity to arise. So I continue to just be on social media for fun, and I do have a large following of people because I love helping people online. So yes, I just started this in April, the end of April. I did my launch post for this business on April 23rd. I made my first sale on April 25th. But I'm a little bit of a not the normal person because I have a large following of people
Right.
that
Right.
were looking they were looking for what I was looking for.
Hmm.
So it was a non-sell sell.
Yeah.
I just went on and said, yeah, guys, I think this is the unicorn that we've been looking for here, because it's a product that teaches people how to dominate on social media in any social media platform that you want to be on. Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, whatever, all of the places. It teaches you how to dominate on there and sell whatever you want to sell on there. And you have 100% profit resale rights to sell that platform again and again and again and again. So it's a no-brainer for whether it be somebody in network marketing, whether it be somebody that's a real estate agent, whether it be someone who has a drop shipping business or whatever. If you want to learn how to market and dominate on social media, this program is for you. So it's not hard to sell because we all need this, right? So that's my background. It like I said, it was a little bit easier for me to jumpstart because I have so many friends that know, like, and trust me. But one thing I did do, I followed the blueprint and I started a brand new TikTok from scratch to be able to show people you can do this from zero. So most of my 10,000 income has come from friends, but a little over $1,000 of my 10,000 has come from people that have I've never met ever, never had any relationship with on social media. And that was from my new TikTok, following the steps that they tell us what to do. So that was a very long-winded answer to your question, but that was the answer.
No, that's what I wanted. I love it. Yeah, I like that you touched on something which a lot of people don't understand, which is the product itself can apply towards, you could buy the product itself and use it for any other business, right? The principles and the strategies.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Like
You know, whether
if this ever slows down, my husband owns a drop shipping business. And if my income ever slows down, I'm going to take the Pinterest course that's
yeah.
included in the
Mhm.
course
Yeah.
and help him scale his business. I don't have time to do that right now because I'm making enough money and it's so much fun just doing my own thing. He
Right.
may have to just buy the course and take the course himself. But yeah, the value is in the course. Being able to resell it is just the icing on the cake. I
Yeah.
mean, we
Well,
get
well
our
said.
money's worth 100% off buying the course.
Yeah. Well said. Well said for sure. Yeah. Now, Liz, I've been asking this to everybody else because this it just seemed like a good question. You have years of experience. This would be a good one. If there was a tip that you had for somebody who's just getting started, what would that be?
That's very easy because this is a tip that most people skip. And that is they get really excited at the very beginning and they watch, they get their website started and they watch a few things and then they get focused on the income producing activities, which are important. They are very important. It's important for us to do what the blueprint shows us how to do those, make the content, share them on all the channels, do your free ads, and follow up. That's the basics of this, of the blueprint. But what people skip is they skip staying plugged in. So one of the beautiful pieces to the puzzle that Michelle was so brilliant in putting together for us is the community. And we have webinars where we get to watch, like yesterday, they had 6 or 8 people who have made over $100,000 this year with this program, and we get to hear their stories. We get to, get excited. Like staying excited is pivotal in having your energy level up and having that posture. Like I knew I was going to make $10,000 a month. I knew it. I set that as a goal. I was telling you before the call, I actually probably should have said 25,000. I thought 10,000 was a big goal. And now I'm like, man, I should have set it for 25. But in next month is it's I don't know yet what I'm going to set my goal for next month. I have to make it a big scary goal. But the reason that I have the confidence is because I've watched people, I've stayed plugged in, I'm listening to the stories, I'm watching the trainings, I'm staying plugged in and staying excited. And that gives me the confidence to say, I can do this. So that's my biggest tip is stay plugged in.
Love it, love it. Yeah, it's I guess it's kind of like that old expression about if I had 4 hours to chop down a tree, it's been however many hours, 3 hours chopping the or whatever it is. Spend 1 hour chopping the tree and 3 hours sharpening the axe, right?
Right. Exactly. Because it's all about modeling desired behavior. And so all I do is I watch these videos and I watch Darren and I watch Victoria and I take notes and I say, okay, well that's working for them. Let me try to implement it using my own creativity and my own talents. But I don't have to reinvent the wheel. I watch their TikToks and watch their videos, and I hear them telling their authentic story, and I'm like, I can just tell my story because I know that there's probably other 50-something-year-old nurses out there that are burned out, or 50, or myself 15 years ago, a homeschooling mom of two girls wanting to not have to run to the hospital to work my shift. I would rather just be focused. So telling my story is going to be someone else's story that's looking for what I've been looking for. And I'm learning those skills by watching other people share their stories. So yeah, yeah, you sharpen that axe exactly.
Yeah, and you bring up an interesting point too. I mean, you have what, over 10 years experience of marketing. Like you
Mhm.
know your stuff, right? And you come here and you're still learning, right? A ton, right?
Oh, I don't know if everybody believes me when I say this, but I have learned more in the last 3 weeks
Yeah.
than like because I've had to piecemeal it together over the last 10 years. I've had to trial and error and read a book and implement the. I feel like, and maybe that if I had one complaint about this platform from in the last 3 weeks is that it's been a little bit hard to stay focused because there's so much training
Yeah.
and so much information that I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a Canva training. I could learn how to do the faceless and just go use Chat GPT and plug in and make 100 faceless videos in 15 minutes. I could do that, but I'm so laser focused right now on just upping my game on TikTok and using those skills. I don't want to dilute that and go to the Canva training yet, but it's there. I have
Yeah.
a list of, hey, I'm doing the
Yeah.
Canva training, I'm doing the Pinterest training, you know. So yeah, absolutely. Anyone at any stage of your growth as an entrepreneur can learn so much from this. Absolutely.
Yeah, well said. Well said. Well, Liz, I want to thank you like so much for coming on this call, doing the interview. I know you got a lot of stuff going on with your husband and everything. So I just want to say thanks for coming on, and this has been really great.
Well, thank you for having me. Let me just say, guys, don't make any excuses because he asked me to do this interview and I had to cancel on him earlier today because my husband had surgery, and then my office that I just made myself an office is in our barn. And I don't know if you can see, I'm in my car and it's
Yeah.
raining and we have a metal roof and it's too. So you can do this business and you can grow this business from your car. you
Yeah.
know it you can do this anywhere. So that's another thing, but thank you for being patient with me figuring out how I was going to make this happen today, but in my car we did it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So now those folks who are watching here on YouTube, um, you might be saying to yourself, hey, this is really cool. I'd like to be a part of this community. I'd like to be a rock star, get rock star interview, just like Liz, become one of our next digital rock stars. And if that's you, we have a link down in the description. Click that link and just get started. Also, if you're seeing this somewhere else, just get back in touch with the person who shared this video with you and tell them you're ready to get started.